Afternoon all, yeah, you know, don't you? A belated football focus on a Thursday afternoon in my little manor in Tenerife, in Tenerife in the south. Listen, got up early, did some jobs, went down into the village. As you know, we do the football focus every Thursday morning, from going back to all the football in the Prem, in the Championship, Div 1, Div 2 and what have you. And it was a mess up, an absolute mess up. Simon's down there with his good pal Paul. He's going to come on with Saturday AM in the morning, about 10 o'clock. That's a fantastic one. We're going to have a go at that. Look forward to that with Soccer 6. Now, with today, all went well, and a cracking 30-minute video with my number 3, Simon. Brilliant, really was. He was on form as usual, and you know we're a pair of dinosaurs. And what happened was, got the video, no sound. Oh, nearly in tears, absolutely nearly in tears. And I'm looking going, what are we going to do? Anyway, we had a coffee, had a bottle of water, then the 3 horseshoes with Jason. Fair play to him, let us use their terrace, because Lowers was a bit, it was busy and it was hot and whatever. So I went into 3 horseshoes where I do all my football. So anyway, we're here, we're going to have a go, and we're going to have a bit of fun. But before I give you a little bit of information on Football Focus, I'm going to give it short and sweet. I don't want to bore you. You've had enough of me over the past 12 months. Tomorrow, 9:30, live WEBBY'S Sports Roundup. It's all on there. Darts, Rugby Union, Rugby League, shout-outs, and a big shout-out. There's 2 massive shout-outs which you've got to watch. If you don't watch it live, watch it on catch-up. You'll love it. It will bring tears to your eyes. We've got everything on there. Horse racing, Lee Sobot, boom. Another big winner last week, he's flying. And all the bits and pieces that go with sports, we'll get it tomorrow morning. I'm your pal, Chris Dodd, answering all your telephone calls and your messages. Okay, so without further ado, WEBBY'S Sports Roundup. If you've not subscribed, if you're brand new to the channel, we do football, rugby, everything in sport. Thursday today, as you all know, this is Football Focus Day. And without further ado, Webby, stop waffling, get on with it. Right, hit the like button, share it to all your family and friends, and let's enjoy it. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's have the beef. Passion, it's what it's all about, passion. Right, start with European League of last weekend. As we all know, Liverpool took on Atlanta at home a couple of weeks ago, and they lost by 3-0 at home. Went over to Atlanta in Italy, and they beat them by a 0-0. Not good enough. They lost 3-1 on aggregate. That's your first game. West Ham took on champions-elect Bayer Leverkusen, who smashed Bayern Munich in the league for the first time ever. Undefeated they are, well into Leverkusen, but West Ham were 1-0 up with a few minutes to go, and Leverkusen got a goal in injury time. That made it 1 apiece, and they lost on aggregate by 3-1. And Leverkusen at this moment in time are still undefeated for the whole season. Absolute phenomenal. Even Harry Kane going to Bayern Munich, not going to win the league. Bosh, happened, didn't it? Anyway, let's go to the little against Aston Villa in the Conference League. So you've got the Champions League, Europa Cup and the Conference League. Aston Villa, the only one left in any of the European competitions. They were 2-1 down at home. They went there and 2-1 again. Okay, 2-1 at home they won, lost 2-1 away, but they beat on penalties by 4 penalties to 3. So well done to the Villa, the biggest Midlands club. No doubt about that whatsoever, just in front of the Sky Blue Army, Coventry. But we're catching you up for various reasons. Now, quick checking on the betting in all the European Cups. You've got Real Madrid, 6-4 favourites, Bayern Munich and PSG 11-4, and Borussia Dortmund 9-1. PSG, I'll tell you, wouldn't mind having a couple of quid on that at 11-4. Could be worth a few shilling, just a bit of fun. Let's go to the Europa League. Bayern Leverkusen at 10-11. That's odds on. You've got to put 11 on if they win to win 10 back. Atlanta 7-2, Roma 5-1, and you've got Marseille, France 10-1. Down into the Conference League, Villa 11-10 favourites. Fiorentina from Italy at 9-4. Bruges of Belgium at 15-2, that's 7.5-1. So if you put a tenner on, you would get 75 back plus your stake. And Olympiacos from Greece 10-1. Who wouldn't want to play them away from home? They are passionate, aren't they, the Greeks? Now, what I did check out, what countries have the most clubs in the European Cups? Now, I've gone in there, I've checked it out. Belgium have 1, Greece 1, France 2, Italy and Germany have 3 apiece. Spain have 1, Spain have 1, and England only have 1. Is there a reason for it? I think what you're going to see in our show on Saturday, me, Simon, my number 3, and obviously Paul, his mate's over, another big gooner. So I had 2 gooners against me today. Then we're going to be discussing what the reason is why we've only got 1 in the Europus Cups, okay, in Britain. So I think it's called fatigue. So things are going to change next year for sure. Right, move on to the Championship very, very quickly. Top table, Leicester and Leeds. They're both played 44 and 94 and 90 points respectively. Top 2 go up into the Premiership, don't forget. And you've got Ipswich, Southampton, West Bromwich Albion and Norwich. They're all fighting. They will be fighting for the playoff places. Bottom of the table, very, very tight. You know, Rotherham's already gone down. And you're going to be Huddersfield, Birmingham, Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth, Blackburn, QPR and Stoke. They're all within 4 to 6 points of each other with 2 games left. It's going to be very, very tight to the end of the season. 1 or 2 games that happened over the past few days. Leicester beat the Baggies 2-1 last weekend. They had a bit of a rot. Now they're coming back to a bit of form. They look guaranteed to go back up into the Premiership, which they won a few years ago under Ranieri. Cardiff beat Southampton. They're on a bit of a bad run, Southampton. 2-1. And Norwich City, the Canaries, drew with Bristol City 1 goal apiece. Rotherham drew 0-0 with Birmingham. Birmingham needed that 3 points this weekend. They never got it. On Sunday they played, only drew 0-0. So Big Dino will not be happy with that, that's for sure. And what about this game on Sunday? Blackburn Rovers took on Sheffield Wednesday. And Sheffield Wednesday beat them by 7. 3-1. 7 is on the basis of there were 7,000 supporters turned up there for Blackburn Rovers, and they spurred them on and they won by 3-1. So 1 on Wednesday. Big shout out to all the Pearsons. You got Scott, you got Lee who got around the grounds. Scott's got his own channel, check that out please. And then you got Steve, the North Tenerife man, big Sheffield Wednesday fan, with Denise. So fingers crossed they can stay up into the Championship. One of the big games, Middlesbrough took on Leeds United. Lots of talk me and Simon and I had this morning on that. Borough 3, Leeds United 4, 2 goals offside without any shadow of a doubt. 1 was that far. It was absolutely phenomenal. But there's no VAR in the Championship. That's why it's the hardest league in the world, especially to get out. And Leicester City took on Southampton, who's having a real poor run, and they actually give them a hiding by 5-0. Played superb. So there's one man that's going to be very, very happy with that. That's my pal Sean, who's over in Brazil. So Sean, take care. Fingers crossed, Leicester back into the Premiership. And my boys commentary since last week. You'll hear all about that on Saturday morning show against the Man United FA Cup. Took Hull City last night at the CBS Arena. 25,000 was the crowd. They only brought about 7,500, so we had a 24,000 plus crowd there of commentary to try and see if we had a small chance of being in the playoffs. Hull City had a small chance as well, and they beat us by 3-2. Goalkeeper, shocking. 2 mistakes as far as I'm concerned. But Mark Robbins, what was he doing? Basically 5 changes from the weekend. Fatigue or what? But I think the reason is because they're looking to next season now. If we got promoted, then we're going to have to spend big money. And as far as I'm concerned, I think what they're going to do, they're going to wait till next season. Gyökeres, who will be sold to Sporting Lisbon for 20 to 24 million. He's on the books to be sold for 85 plus million. There's Arsenal, Man United, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. All the top teams are after him. And we get a 10 to 15% sell-on clause. So that's looking good for commentary for next season. So let's see what's going to happen. Big game tomorrow night. QPR taking on Leeds United. They both need to win. Leeds need to win to get into the top 2. Well, to get second, and QPR need a win to thrive off relegation fears. So that's a massive game to watch there tomorrow. Big shout out to Blue Eyes John and all the Leeds United fans that I know. Right, quick recap on Division 1. If you didn't know, on Division 1, 2 automatically go up, first and second, then the 4 playoffs, and the bottom 4 are relegated. And Division 2, you've got 3 automatically up and 4 in the playoffs. Pompey are already up, they're into the championship, and it looks like Derby are going to take Bolton for that second spot because they've got but 1 game left each and they're 4 goals better difference, so I can't see that turning around. So it looks like Derby is going to go in second place up to the championship, with Bolton, Peterborough, Barnsley and Lincoln possibly in the playoffs. Down at the bottom, already relegated, Carlisle, Port Vale and Fleetwood, they're going down Division 2, and the 4th team is going to be either Burton or Cheltenham. Cheltenham have a better goal difference than Burton, but there's only 1 game left. Burton, if they win that, they stay up, and if they lose it and Cheltenham win, they stay up. So it's all that bit of configuration in it. Let's move on to Division 2. Top 3 go up, as we know. Already the promotion are already sorted. Stockport, Mansfield and Wrexham to welcome to Big Graham Matthias, my roving reporter from Wrexham. Also in the playoffs, you've got MK Dons, Defo, and then you've got Doncaster, Crewe and Barrow. That's the other 3 looking to be in the playoffs. Top 4 there, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then what you've got bottom of the table, Forest Green Rovers, my good pal, Stevie Cottrell, ex-Cheltenham Town, Stoke City. He was at Burnley, he was at Leeds United. They're relegated, couldn't do anything about it. They were in the relegation when he was there anyway, and but they're going to carry on and give him a new contract. So well done, Stevie, and good luck to you. Let's get straight back up. And it looks like Sutton or Colchester are going to go down with them. And you've got the 2 big non-leagues down below. Whoever wins those will come up into Division 2. Listen, that's it. I did say nice, short and sweet. I was on my own. It's better than, obviously, it's not as good as Simon and I this morning, but it was one of those things that we did the vlog, 30-minute job, but the sound wasn't there. Something happened with the microphones or whatever. Don't ask me. As you know, we're a pair of dinosaurs. It is what it is. So I'm going to keep this short, sweet. 9:30 tomorrow morning, live down at Laura's Bar. If you're in the area, come down and have a coffee. Come and see Tim. He's my main man, logistics manager. He looks after all the bits and pieces. He puts all the videos up and all the photos up. There's 2 massive announcements for tomorrow morning. Please stay tuned for that. If you're not, get it on catch up. And on top of that, we've got Chris Todd, the main man from CD Tenerife, the Armada, sir. He will be there with me, answering all your messages and calls. So all I'm going to say is, you like what you hear and you like what you see, tune in to Webby Sports Roundup. It is for free. Give the little tick for the like button on the basis when we have more of those, Google look at it and think it's a great show, fingers crossed, and it goes out to all over the world on Google. And that's what we need. And give Facebook a love. My number 99. Foggy from the Oakwood in Leigh-on-Sea, top fella, does all the work for me during the week. He really does. So cheers, Foggy, appreciate all the hard work that you put in for me. So I'm gonna go. I'll see you all tomorrow. I look forward to it. You have a great night wherever you are in the world. From me, Webby Sports Roundup, I'll see you on the next one. You all take care now.